Hi, welcome. Hello, how are you? So today is day 3 of learning Laravel. These are the notes that I'll be referring to. I'm going to paste this in the chat and I'm also going to um, open recent. Hello YouTube. I'm also going to paste this as a comment if I remember to. So this is chat. I'm pasting my notes here. Oh god, I can't paste all of it. Amazing. So I can paste until contact and then yeah, notes. Add this, then add these two. Okay, hopefully that should work. Live chat. You should get it soon. Oh yeah, here it is. So these are the notes. I'm gonna paste all of this in, hopefully if I remember to. I'm gonna paste this in the comments as well. Now let's get to it. In the previous episode, we created this layout, essentially these routes rather. So there was a home page which was welcome, then the about page, then the contact page, and then the API. So we're not going to bother with API right now yet, but let's see how this looks. Hello-youtube.test. If you remember, there was, yeah, these three. About was just the string and contact was contact.php. You know, whenever I'm not on stream, it doesn't take this long. It usually loads up almost instantaneously, but when I'm on stream, it takes a second. We'll let it take a second, that's fine. No, error 500, what's up? So I know Herd recently updated. Sites. Maybe the update broke one of the websites. Yeah, open youtube.test. No? If these don't work, I'm just going to use the PHP artisan. So yeah, it doesn't seem like it's working. I'll give it a second though. Yeah, it's not working. Oh yeah, it is working. Fantastic. Cool. So this was the about. This is the home page which you see here. Welcome. Then there was about. Yeah. Then there was contact. Okay. Easy peasy. Now these were loading views from. Let me smallify all of this from resources, views, these two. Okay, and this is just the string. So I'll make this a little smaller. I mean, minimize the command line. We don't need that. In today's lesson, we're gonna create a navigation bar. Okay, so let me just, for consistency, why is this red and I don't know why. Anyway, this seems to work though. So I'm gonna rename this to home. Okay, I'm gonna rename this to home as well. Okay, now we're here. Let's see if it still works. Yeah, it does. Now I'd like to add a navigation element to this, so I'll show you what that looks like. Anchor tag goes to the home page, home, copy this, paste it here. Okay, so instead of home, let's have about, and let's have contact. Similarly, I'll update the URL as well, and contact. Okay, let's give it a refresh. Okay, you see these three elements over here. So this links to home, this links to about, this links to / contact. But I have to do it again for these things now because these don't have it. Okay, I suppose I can do that. But let me just have some sort of consistency first. I'm gonna call this, let's just say for now, I'm gonna rename this to home.php just so that we can see what the difference is in PHP and blade PHP. Okay, so I'll create a new file here, call it, I'll just copy this file and paste it in. I'm gonna press F2 to rename it to about. I'll go back to routes, and in my routes I'm gonna return the view for about. I know it should not be a string, so I'm gonna remove that. Okay, looks good. Does it give me about? Yeah, it does. It does give me about, but I think it did not rename about. Yeah. Now? Yeah, so the about file contains the copy for the contact page. So let's fix that as well. Right here, like, let me call it home page for clarity. Home page. And I'm gonna copy everything, paste it in contacts, and call this the contact page. Copy everything, paste it in about, call it the, you guessed it, about page. Now let's see how this looks. So we have home. Now that was the old copy, so I'll refresh it. Home page, about page, contact page. Home page, about page, contact page. We're done, right? Job done. Website built. We are web developers. Not quite, because although this does work, if it's just you managing the project and if you're happy with this developer experience, then go ahead and launch it. I'm not going to shame you for doing that. But what if tomorrow, let's say you want to have a page here called team, and just say meet, just say team. So this is your team page. Okay, I was in about, so I'll go here. Oh cool, here is my team page. Hey, where did that go? Where did that go? So do I have to like copy this into this and then this again, and then make sure that all of these things are in sync with each other? As you can imagine, this gets very complicated very soon. So luckily Laravel has a solution for this. Okay, the solution is to not just use PHP, but use the Blade templating engine. I'll show you what that is. Dot Blade. Go back here, call it dot Blade. Go back here, call it dot Blade. Okay, cool. So now there's a lot of duplication here, wouldn't it? And the duplication exists because the layout is the same across the app, which should be the case for most apps that you're building. Now, wouldn't it be amazing if instead of all of this, you can just say layout and then layout. Okay, this is what we want, right? We want the top and bottom layout. The only thing that's different is this. Well, I'll undo all of that. I'll go back to the home page and I'll tell you the Laravel way of doing it. what you need to do is create a folder called components components with C capital. Create a file within that component. You can call it whatever we want, but since we are trying to make a layout for our app, let's call it layout.blade.php. In here we need the entire layout of the app. Okay, so this is the entire layout of the app, and if we go back to the home page, we can just say layout and then close that tag. Cool. You think this would work? It might, but it probably won't, because the convention is, instead of just calling the component like a tag, which may interfere with a native HTML element, something like article or section or main or body or h1 or paragraph, we just add a x in front of it, x-layout. Now if you go back to the home page, yes, it does work. Isn't it funny? Because there's nothing here, there's just X layout, and here is everything in the simple home page. Now I have to remove themes from about, I remember, so I'll delete that. So we do the same thing for every page. Let's try that. Extra layout. So all three pages have the layout. But hey, this is not right, because the content of every page should change. Every page is not the home page, right? So I'm clicking on about, but it's taking me to it's giving me the content of the home page. So how can we use the layout but have something like this? So home page should have h1 tag of home page, about page should have h1 tag of about page. Similarly, contact should have the h1 tag for contact page. But no, everything is still showing me the same thing. So how do we fix this? We fix this by telling PHP to have a slot for it. A slot simply means take this layout, take everything in this and make it common everywhere, but also have slots where I can add custom information. So these slots will be filled in by whatever is between the layout tag, the X layout tag in this case. Okay, let's see if that fixes it. Home page as expected. It does. About page has the about content, contact page has the contact content. Very, very simple, easy, straightforward stuff. So let's look at our notes in the home.blade.php. Add the layout tags, we did that. So create 3 routes first, yeah, we did this. Then create views components blade.php, yes, we did this as well. Then in fact I have my notes here on my clipboard, so I will go to layouts and just outside of the HTML I am going to paste these notes as a comment. So we created 3 routes. We have a nav component with 3 anchor tags, which you see over here. Then we have created the layouts.blade and pasted everything and used the slot tag, which you see over here. I'm gonna, just for some neatness, I'm gonna keep this here. It looks a little neater to me. Actually, no, the previous one was better. Sorry. Then we have home.blade.php. Between X layouts, we have the content. We have the same for contact and about as well. Now we need to, for our homework, do the same thing with the nav components. So the nav component is essentially a anchor tag right now. There's nothing more to it. Kind of redundant to be doing this, but since it's homework, let's do it. Components. I'm gonna call a new file called nav element element dot blade dot php. Okay, so the assignment for our homework is to essentially take this nav component, which is essentially just anchor tags, and do something like this: x dash nav dash element element this, and have home here, and similarly, at least that's what I understood the assignment to be. Home about contact. Okay, so this is what we want to happen. Now the nav element is just a anchor tag, so we'd say anchor tag href something. Ideally that should be slotted. Now how do we do slots? Like this. Is it slot or slots? Just singular slot. Okay, so let's see if this works. I'm expecting 6 things over here. So 2 homes, 2 abouts, and 2 contacts. It's taking a while, which tells me something went wrong. Yeah, something did go wrong. Let's follow the stack trace. We have x dash nav dash element, nav element, yeah. This is interesting because the anchor tag should take in 2 things. Or did he mean just to abstract this out, the nav element? I think he might have meant that, because this seems a little too intense and too specific rather than intense. So if I can just do this instead of nav element, maybe just call it nav. Does he provide the description for the homework? No, he doesn't provide any description for the homework yet. Okay, cool, no problem. We'll figure this out. So within layouts, we need a nav and nav anchor, and in fact this entire thing. Sorry, where is this? Here. Okay, so I'm going to copy all of this and paste it here. And this doesn't require a slot really. So I'll just say xnav. I think this should work. kind of worried that it's taking this long to load. So yeah, it didn't work. Can I use the tinkerer? I don't know how this works yet. Yes. Oh, this is a WYSIWYG. Sorry, this is a REPL editor where I'm not sure how to work. I was expecting some sort of error message. So let me do this. I'm gonna open up the terminal, the PHP artisan server, and read the error logs and try to debug it from there. See if we can still do the homework. Body xnav and so layouts can't have subcomponents. Is that what we're so components can't have subcomponents is what I'm trying to. If I just remove it from here and say add it to here, will that work? On the home page, go back home. It should work. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't. Hey, okay, let's find out. I don't know if you can hear my computer screaming in the background. I don't know why it's slow. Probably because I'm streaming. Xnav. How about I do away with the Xnav? So there'd be nothing here. Now are you happy? Is that the problem? Is Xnav the problem? Hey, Xnav is not the problem. Interesting. Interesting. So components can be hidden. Let's go through this. Web PHP get blank to return the home view. We are on the home view and you're giving me X layout, which is the layout here. Title can be YouTube app, and over here, did this mess it up? If I remove this, I can't imagine why a comment would mess things up. So HTML, body, slot inside. Okay, I do not see why. Yeah, this is working now. Great. But how about if I have xnav? Now, okay, it is still working. And this won't have the navigation, I believe. It does. Of course it does, because I'm updating the layout file. Amazing. Did we just do the homework? Did we? I don't know. Like, I think we did. Did adding the comments to this mess it up? If I just do this and leave comment it out, will that mess things up? No, it doesn't. I don't know what went wrong, but it works now. And we kind of know why it works. So this was homework, right? Xnav. Can we take this a step further? Should we take this a step further? I don't think we should, because Xnav infers two slot tags, one slot for the href and the other slot for the label over here. So I'm not gonna mess with that. I believe this was what Jeffrey wanted us to do. Cool. We don't need Xnav here, because I've already added it onto the layout over here. Cool. Makes things nice and simple. So the layout has navigation. And I think we look good. Can we go a step further? I want to install Tailwind here. Tailwind CDN. Copy this. In the layout after the meta tag at the CDN. Let's see how the app looks now. A little nicer, a little nicer. And let's have components. Give me a nav component. Stacked list, no. Tailwind navbar. Oh, there's official ones as well. Let's see how this looks. I don't mind this at all. I kind of like this one too. So all of this is extra credit. Nobody needs to do this. Let's check out the official ones. This is just my curiosity. Yeah, simple. Let's use this one. I don't mind. This has a lot of extra stuff like this guy's beautiful face, but and it also requires JS. Let's see if we can figure this out. So I'm here in layouts. I need to be in nav, and inside nav we have different things. This is fine, icons fine, mobile menu is fine. If I remove this, you know what, this is going to give me an error because there are two root elements inside a component. So how would Tailwind know which nav to take, this nav or this nav? Let's see that error. How would Laravel know? Oh, it does both. Of course it does both. Amazing. Okay, let's delete this. Punching a little bit above our weight here. Yeah, so dashboard, team, projects, calendar. Let's do this. Mobile menu is fine. This will only show up when it's in mobile. So if I inspect, and the device is let's say an iPhone. See this? Oh, it's going to load JavaScript. That's why. Let me undo all of that. I don't want to make it look this pretty. This is a little too much. Maybe the max I would do is use some of the code from here. I don't need the mobile button. Yeah, so let's just copy these classes and see what happens. Okay, here, and I can close the DevTools, refresh this page. Okay, I don't mind this at all. But the background should be this. So I'll use this to and go here, update it, and see. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to keep this for all of the what do you call it, nav elements. I'm gonna go here and use the same thing, cool. Home, about, contact. Home, about, contact. One thing I'm not a huge fan of is how Tailwind just makes Tailwind heading makes the H1 not that big. So let's fix that here. Heading code, I don't think it'll need. Text Excel. Yeah, let's just copy this. In the H1. I know they said H2 over there, but I'm going to use that in H1. And here in home, add this class. In about, add the classes, contact as well, add these classes. Much better. You know what? I think I can add this entire thing inside a container. So Tailwind container. You just have to know this sort of stuff from practice. MX Auto. This will make things look a lot nicer. Not a lot nicer, at least a little nicer. So I can go to layouts and only once. Who added this? I guess I might have added this. Inside body, I'm gonna add a main. Close that, class, and move these things inside a main. Yeah, a lot better. Okay, so this is a quick update on how I should add some padding, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should add some padding. So let me add PT 4 on the contact page. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's a lot better. So PT stands for padding top. PT -4. So I did some top padding. Same with this PT dash. Of course we can, I hear you loud and clear. Of course we can add this to the nav component or like extract this out into its own component. But right now I'm just hacking, so I think this looks okay. This looks okay. I'm happy with this for now. Okay, so that was the lesson. That's how you create a layout file within Laravel. So layouts, components, and how you reuse components throughout your app. Hope you found this useful. Take care and see you next time.